Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and today's video we'll be talking about the second arc of Andor Season 2, which is episodes 4, 5, and 6, which are titled Ever Been to Gorman? I Have Friends Everywhere, and What a Festive Evening. So those are the three episodes that came out this week. And it'll be like last week. I will give you like the general story of it. It won't be your episode by episode breakdown and all that, and I'll give like thoughts and all that towards the end. So anyway, let's dive in. So with this arc of Andor, with the second season, this is set in 3 BBY, which is 3 years before Rogue One and A New Hope, and Cassian and Bix are living on Coruscant, and Willman is doing stuff on Dukar, and Gorman plays a big role in this arc. I mean, we don't have the Gorman massacre yet. They're building towards that, and that's pretty certain that's likely going to be the next arc. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's just my prediction on that as of this video. And Cyril is working on Gorman in that, and then Dedra is still on Coruscant in that. So we have some bits there, and then there's these group that are kind of listening to what Cyril's doing on there, and then the ISB will kind of do his office and stuff. And then later on, Cassian has to go on a mission to Gorman, which he goes undercover as a fashion designer to the planet Gorman. So we kind of have that, and then Cassian doesn't really do a whole lot on Gorman. He meets these people, and then a bit after he leaves. So that's kind of that. Luthen, plays a part in this arc as well. And then we do have another interaction between him and Lonnie, which Lonnie kind of gives, Luthen some insight on some works in the Imperial stuff. So that's that. And then Clea will play a part in here. And then the bit with Willman on Dukar, we do have the Saw Gerrera stuff in here. So Saw Gerrera makes his appearance in here as well. And then Willman will do some things with Saw Gerrera. So that's kind of that. And then we have Mon Mothma in here as well. And then, we do have Krennic show up in the last episode. And they're kind of at this, festivity kind of place. And then Krennic, looks at all this art and all these items and all that at the thing. So we kind of have that bit. And then we do have Bail Organa cameo in here, but Bail Organa is recasted, which is kind of something interesting. And the creators, justified that Jimmy Smits wasn't available. So that's kind of their reasoning. And I knew that the recast was going to be a point of contention in the fandom. I mean, it's the Star Wars fandom. You have all these points of contention. So what else is new in the fandom with all that kind of stuff? And I knew that was coming while watching the episode. And then, Cassian and Bix, where Bix finds this, Imperial officer that she has in her dreams and stuff, and then she kills that officer, and then that's kind of a bit at the end. I mean, also Vel and Cinta lead these rebels on Gorman and that, and they go to steal some stuff, and then Cinta bites the dust in this arc, as in the last arc Brasso bit the dust, and then this one Cinta bites the dust. And it makes you wonder, like, who's next? And this got me thinking, like, before making this video, on who's gonna bite the dust next. If your name is not Cassian, Mon Mothma, or Saw Gerrera for the Rebel side, like, who's gonna bite the dust there? And on the Imperial side, if your name is not Krennic, like, will Cyril make this out alive? Will Dedra make it out alive? That's a good question. And also, will Bix, Luthen, Perrin, will they make it out alive? Will Clea make it out alive? That's a pretty good question on who's going to make it out alive out of this season. And I said in last week's, discussion that we all know Cassian isn't gonna die because, you know, he dies in Rogue One, so we all know the answer to that. So that's kind of that. And my thoughts on this arc, I mean, this arc continues to be good. Like, it's really solidifying that Andor is the best live action Star Wars show, and with all the storytelling and production and all this in the show, like with everything they're really putting together in these episodes, it's really showing on how great Andor is. And I do agree, like, it is the best live action Star Wars show, and I've said it on this channel before and all that kind of stuff. And it just makes you, man, there's just so much on why this show is so great. And with this arc, like, every character has their moments to shine. And that's one of the things I love about Andor, on how they flesh out the characters, like all the different characters in this, and like how it makes you care about them. It makes you get used to him, and I think that was definitely what season 1 did so well, and what season 2 continues to do. And then definitely that's what I love about this show, and it's just like an all-around great show. And that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. What did you think of this arc of Andor season 2? Did you love it, not love it? Were you indifferent? Let me know your thoughts down below. Share this video. Let's get to 700 subscribers. You can follow me on Twitter at DanRS87, Instagram JMD96_YT, Bluesky Jedi Master Daniel 96, and Facebook Jedi Master Daniel 96. Have a great day, everyone, and may the Force be with you. Bye.